The Adventures of Riflemen, Chapter 39. Broken and bleeding but not yet beaten. Connor goes charging in, but he shoots fire at him. He ducks under and throws punches and kicks at his face. But then he grabs hold of him and sets Connor on fire, but he flips around and starts shooting him with a handgun. Then he chops off his legs and pokes a hole through Connor's chest. He continues to fight back until he grabs his head and begins setting it on fire. Connor has a flashback 15 years ago when he was 4 years old. Two men stand over him saying he hasn't eaten in 2 weeks. He looks dead, but somehow he's still breathing. Let's try burying him alive. Who's this kid's father? Well, he has a stepfather. He was a man who sold him for food, and he's kinda understandable. They don't get a lot of food here anyways. Doesn't matter. We'll rid the country of those monsters and remnants will take over this country. Once they confirm Connor's alive, they shoot him in the head, then they bury him, but 2 weeks later, he just digs his way out. Connor continues getting his head melted. He remembers the day he was born. Hello? Is anyone there? They haven't got word in a few days. He opens the door and sees a pile of dead people. He notices one of them has a gun like they were being attacked, but then he sees what looks like a pregnant woman with her baby gone and finds it on the floor. It's the dagger, the one we found in the ocean. You may want to put that down, son. Everyone who's held that has died. What? No. Is it glowing? No? How does it feel? Really? Cold? Alright, then the devil must have left the dagger. Devil? Yes, we believe it was being possessed. Well, I did find a baby on the floor. What do I do now? You're gonna have to kill it. What? As the man stomps on the baby and apologizes, saying this is war, Connor continues getting thrown around until he can't stand anymore. The man as the evil angel will stop before he regrets this. What do you mean? You're gonna break him out of me? Oh, I can feel his presence. I wanna see him. Connor flashes back in time and remembers the man being captured. You're not with for evidence. Looks like Mediterranean text, which your ID says. What? The man gets knocked out. As the evil angel demands to see him, Connor gets stuck in the bad thoughts the devil's giving him. Just give in. Not even your dad cared. All those Marines hate you. You're the worst. Connor looks up with blood forming out of his eyes. Armstrong says, Damn, BG, gotta take care of this. I can't fight with arms like this. Then tree monsters start growing out of the ground. The devil whispers, Remember, Connor, when they found out you couldn't die, they tried so hard to kill you. Drowning, poison, being eaten alive. Connor demands that he will stop hurting him as more blood comes out of his eyes. Raphael laughs, saying, You're gonna stop me? What's this? A wound on your back? And sticks his fingers in there. Connor begins wondering where he ended up. He's stuck in his conscience now, the devil tells him. Says, No, I haven't given up yet. Oh, but you have. If not by drowning, if not by poison, if not by burial, they'll burn you. Don't you remember that, Connor? They all chanted for you to go away or to die. I never understood you or even gave you a chance. You never did anything wrong. They just despised you. Pain never went away. Why would you even want to live? You'll just be hated everywhere. Then Raphael has an idea. He's going to pierce Connor with the gate and drops him on it. Connor, please don't die. Who is that? Is that the girl? Come back to me. Don't leave the earth. The evil angel tells her, This is what happens when you're alive. You cause people to die. You have to be sacrificed now. As he picks up Connor and stabs him one more time, he remembers. There was someone that cared about him. Connor's sister, wondering what it feels like to get his head removed or set on fire. His existence makes them angry, so he'll keep living. He was on the news. Every day a man came to see him. Hey there, I brought you some food. I'm so sorry to hurt you every day. His name was Dakota. He served the army for 4 years and got out, but then jumped back in when this war started. Apparently, he was the man that stepped on me and brought me to this camp, so he felt bad, like it was his fault that they hurt me. The day finally came when he decided the priest would chop off my head. He stopped them. He said it was wrong because I'm just a 5-year-old. He even punched the priest and was getting pelted by rocks. No one's ever tried so hard for me. I just don't understand why he did. Enough already. Get out of the way or I'll shoot. No, he did nothing to deserve this. He's the devil. Doesn't need to do anything. You want to be known for killing? Just killing a child? And then he lights him up with rounds to his chest. Why would you do that for me, Dakota? No one was ever nice to me. Why are you? Because I stepped on you when you were a baby. And I brought you here just so you keep getting hurt. But no one ever cared about me. That's why they keep hurting me, right? I do. When I was a kid, my dad always hit me too. I wondered what I did wrong, but he was just always so angry, Connor. I didn't want any of this for you. I just want you to be happy someday with a loving family that can take care of you, give you a new home. There's more to life than this camp. Why do you keep calling me Connor? That was my little brother's name before my dad took his life. Please, promise me you'll find a family to take care of you. But it's too late for me. My mom is dead, and my real dad is also dead. I can never find a family ever again. No, Connor, trust me. Someday you'll find a group of people that feel so real to you. You'll call them family even though you're not related to one another. Find them and keep living till be you. At that moment he died, and Connor said, "Why did you kill him? He was a good person. They told me that good people don't die. Only people like me should." At that moment, his stepdad took the axe from the priest and began to chop off his head. As his head comes off, Connor says to himself, "I'm sorry, everyone. My new family. Because of me, you all are gonna die today." As the sacrificing begins, they all feel a scary presence. Even Raffi says, "I feel something evil in the area. It's a strong presence." And Armstrong says it's too late. Connor is gone as he stands up and begins transforming. Connor proceeds to remove parts of his face, and then all the skin off his chest, arms, and legs. How much power in his body, El Diablo. We've lost him for good. The devil is born again. I'm gonna need a drink after this. The Adventures of Riflemen, Chapter 40, Satan's Mighty Attack. What has Connor become, Irons asks. The chaplain says that there is Satan, king of hell, feeds off sins, and one of God's 7 immortals. I don't know how we're gonna do this, but best come up with an answer, Armstrong, or else we're all gonna be kissing the graves. At that moment, Satan throws a mighty punch at the evil angel, smashing him through 3 buildings, and then rips off his wings. The tree people leave the area, and the people fighting for the demons have now turned back to normal and their eyes don't glow anymore. The chaplain explains the brainwashing from the demon controlling them has been defeated, but there's a new evil now. Marcos asks, "So why are you in the raincoat?" But as the devil explains to Raffi, the chaplain explains to Marcos. In the beginning of time, God allowed all beings to enter heaven, but there were some that did not deserve happiness. They were still evil to the bitter end. So, his son created a burning gate, turning their feathers black and their halos red, and sent them to a burning dimension of pain. They were known as fallen angels because they fell from heaven all the way down to the bottom of everything. So, how did that demon rule hell? Marcos asks Chaplain. He says, well, there's a difference between demons and devils. The devil and that angel are actually demons. They were sent there and cursed by God. But demons are created in hell. The devil says you and I are both devils. Spirits turned evil. But demons down there are just born and created in hell. The devil proceeds to rip his nail into his eye. The angel cries, begging for it to stop, but it's not real. The devil says, "Fool, you've fallen for my trap. Hell's a nightmare. All deaths I cause are fake." But the pain is so real. As he proceeds to kill him in multiple gory ways, he starts making him see his true nightmare. As a kid, he hated his parents, he hated the kids at school, and he burned everyone till he even burned his own friends, the girl he liked, and everyone in his city. At that point, he had enough. Raphael says, "No, you can't hurt me anymore, Satan. You can't stop the ashes I cause." As he flies towards Satan, bursting with flames, even making new wings out of fires, Raphael starts thinking to himself, what was the scariest thing about this fight? It isn't how big he is compared to me. It isn't how evil Satan is. It isn't how fast he is, the pain he made me feel. It is the fact that it is the fact that I won't even turn around in time to see him. As he finally breaks his neck, Satan appears out of his shadow. One of the army soldiers says, "Hoorah, you're devil dog, Marines." Satan says, "You dare mock me and call me some mutt," and then begins charging an attack at them. His blast goes bursting through the berm, killing some of the Marines, and Iron sits there and says, "No, my Marines." After that, Captain Lewis realizes one of his soldiers has been brainwashed and tries to end his life after looking into the devil's eyes. He tries to stop him, then points the gun at him and says, "No, he's brainwashed them to kill each other or kill themselves." After that, Satan starts throwing every other tank and Humvee away like it's nothing. Even the one Marcus is in gets thrown out of the way.
He takes rounds and does no damage at all. Then Armstrong shouts, "I won't let you kill anymore." My men say it and kicks him with the mighty foot of the gods. He tells everyone to get out of there, but they say, "Armstrong, no, it's too dangerous. You have to retreat. I don't care if you're Marines and never have. He's one of God's 7 immortals. This is a fight we just cannot win." So they leave, and Armstrong grows 6 arms and 6 legs and 3 heads, motherfucker. He says, until saying he can't slip underneath me by turning into a shadow. All I do is cause lights. This is a holy power. But Satan catches the fist with his foot. Aiden bursts out of the water, but smells virgin blood and sees a little girl and tries to eat her, but something stops him. And then he sees the golden fist coming right at him. Armstrong charges 3 focused blasts of the gods and did nothing as he appears behind a shadow. He catches his arms, but the tail's about to get him, but then he is saved by Brigadier General, saying he planted death's seed onto him. Garden of Eden, blooming black roses, and throws his ultimate slash, but gets his head chopped off. Armstrong goes charging with flying fists of the gods, face a great rage, but did nothing because he appears out of a shadow again, slicing his back, saying he put up a good fight, but he was just mortal still. But even after that, he gets blasted in the back by Iron's legendary weapon, and Chappelle realizes something underneath the devil's wings, his weakness. He let out a face of pain. But then the devil knows that Chappelle realized his weakness and he's after to kill him, but Irons holds him back. The tail slips by, but it's not too late for him. Bergie grabs the tail, and right before it hits his neck, it stops. But as Chappelle turns around, he sees Connor trying to escape the devil, and he calls for his help. His best friend, he says, "Connor, help me, save me, get me out of here." But then Irons runs in screaming, "No, it's a trap, Chappelle!" Irons goes blasting his mouth as Chappelle tries to tell him underneath his right wing. It's too late. Irons got his throat slit. Chappelle failed him. He protected him, and he ended up dying. As the devil laughs, he lays there underneath Irons' dead, lifeless body.